now for our feature fight of the evening. The numbers presented by 8-Man Strong at 125 pounds in the BKFC Women's Division. Britain Hart versus Randine Eckholm.
Tail the tape right there. Can you look at that big reach advantage right there? That's going to be huge. 5 inches, especially with somebody with a smaller frame. 5 inches is much bigger in this type of a fight. Paige, what do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Looking at these two girls, both of them actually have really long reach for women, and they're both very tall for this weight division. I see it is pretty evenly matched. That reach definitely gives you an advantage when it comes to boxing.
Christopher Young putting both fighters up to scratch. Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. Black and red trunks for Britain Hart. Black trunks for Randine Eckholm.
Randine's doing, that's what she said. She's coming forward the entire time.
Eckholm staying long off of the jab. Trying to establish her own jab. Home with the 1-2. Hart to the body. Left hook gets through from Randine Eckholm.
Randine doing a good job of trying to use her range. She's got that length. She's got that distance. She's trying to keep her exactly where she wants.
Absolutely. That range is definitely working for her so far.
See Hart, very pro-boxing-like, throwing a lot of jabs to the body and also twos, that right cross to the body. There's the one, there's the jab now to the face from Britain Hart. 1:15 remaining round number 1.
I like what Britain Hart's doing. She's trying to use a lot of side movement right there, not backing straight up.
Paige, that's such a key element of bare knuckle fighting, the clinch game.
It absolutely is. That's an element that you don't see in traditional boxing. That plays a huge role in bare knuckle.
Eckholm throwing the right. There's a good left jab from Britain Hart that lands flush. Again, Hart going to the body with the jab. Right hand.
And that's a big punch I think that Britain Hart's going to need to utilize if she wants to win this fight. Following those jabs, I want to see the overhand right. You got to tell her opponent that tends to land a little bit better with that overhand right. Harder to duck underneath.
2 knots on the forehead of Randine Eckholm. Misses with that long right hand.
I like in this fight that the women are being a little bit more patient than a lot of the male fights that we've been seeing tonight. You can truly see the skill behind what they're throwing when they are being a little bit more patient.
Hart nearly landed the rear right uppercut, lands that big right hand. That backs off Randine Eckholm.
Absolutely. She was talking about getting off first the whole time coming forward. That's easy to do until you take a big punch. And that cut over her eye, she doesn't like that at all, you can tell.
Jab again from Hart, turning up the volume here. Closing stages of round number 1. Overhand right doesn't get through. And that is the end of the first round.
Good round.
Great round.
If I'm Britain Hart, I'm in her corner, I'm telling her to come at her right away.
Yes, absolutely.
Make her quit the fight.
Round number 2. Eckholm starts, true to her word, as a forward pressure fighter. Eats that wide left hook from Hart.
Eckholm looks like, I mean, she understands the position she's in. She needs to come out right now and show us something.
1-2 to the body from Eckholm.
Yeah, I like when Hart is actually circling the other directions. Here when she's moving, she's catching her a lot more instead of circling towards the power hand where she's eating some of those shots.
Hart lead left hook. Eckholm trying to keep that range. Hart continuing to throw the jab. There's the level change. 1:15 to go, round number 2.
Yeah, if I'm Hart here, I would keep throwing those body shots, using those body shots to set up your head shots. That's where she was catching her towards the end of that round.
Eckholm misses that right to the body. Again, there's that jab from Britain Hart. I've commentated her in pro boxing as well. She has a really effective jab. Right to the body. Are continuing to throw that jab to the head.
It's a much closer round right here.
Absolutely.
Both fighters are making adjustments.
They totally are. Eckholm definitely needs to keep using that range. She's coming in and she's closing the distance a little bit too much, and that's getting into Hart's range. If she would stay on the outside a little bit more, she would not be getting tagged quite as much.
Oh, and when she's staying on the outside, just popping that jab, that's perfect. The only time she needs to come in is when she throws that right hand.
Absolutely.
Closing stages, round number 2. Our feature fight of the evening on the Stack BKFC 14 card. Women's 125-pounders, Britain Hart versus Randine Eckholm. Next up, round number 3.
Hopefully they got some ice on that forehead.
Yeah, jeez.
First up to the scratch line, Britton Hart.
Let's knock it up.
And again, the forward pressure off the scratch line from Randine Eckholm.
That's how it's always starting. She's doing a good job right off the beginning.
Yep.
Hart's so effective with that jab thus far in the fight, right to the body.
Her jab's very good, and her two's good when she comes forward afterwards. If she tries to stay planted and throw that two, it doesn't work for her.
Yep.
Bit more pressure now from Britton Hart to the inside. Big shots to the body, now to the head.
Britton Hart needs to stay inside. This is her area.
Yeah, absolutely. She's having so much success when she stays on the inside, and that dirty boxing range has been seeming to be really well for her too.
That abrasion has turned into a mouse under the left eye of Britton Hart.
Now, Eckholm's landing with her jab, but I feel like she needs to step in a little bit more when she throws her cross. She's not quite getting close enough to have it land.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize you have an extra couple inches on that jab. When you throw that two, you need to lean forward or step forward in order for that to land. Otherwise, you're going to end up an inch or two short.
Yep.
Hart trying to step into the mid-range. 50 seconds remaining, round number 3. Very competitive fight thus far. Overhand right doesn't get through from Eckholm, left to the body. Britton Hart again with the one, again with the jab, tripling it up, then the right cross to the body. Clever combination.
Man, look at the forehead now. It's like that lump has moved over to the middle now. it's a live organic thing. It's moving.
It's growing. Yeah, you know, if Eckholm could put a few more combos together after she throws that jab, she's leaning forward and getting caught with a lazy cross. If she could put maybe a 3 behind that, she could catch her on the inside.
Great idea, coming with that 3 after the jab.
Yep.
Eyes bleeding again.
That cut opened in round number 1, reopens here in round number 3, and for the first time this evening, we will move to round 4.
And look at her, she's dancing up there right now. She's fired up.
Feeling good.
Let's knock it up.
Into round number 4. See the lateral movement from Britton Hart. Eckholm trying to stay long, trying to stay straight on those punches. Check left hook lands from Britton Hart.
And even Eckholm, she's standing a little bit too tall for me. And having the height on you doesn't necessarily a huge advantage when you're standing up that tall. That's actually just leaving your head a little bit more exposed. And I think if she could tuck herself forward, being a little bit more of a composed boxing stance, she could get those combos off without getting countered so easily.
Hart again to the check left hook. Big right hand. She stepped in full power there. Now to the body. Good flurry from Britton Hart. Turning up the temperature here in round number 4 with 1:10 remaining in this 4th round.
Yeah, Hart is looking really good as this round goes, as the fight continues to go. She seems like she's full of energy, still hitting extremely hard.
Just waiting for the right times, and then she's exploding on her opponent.
Yep.
Hart to the body. Big shots, and Eckholm is down.
It's like a lot of body work that was bothering her.
4, 6, 7, 8. We'll continue. Come.
Britt needs a jump on Oak.
Randine Eckholm does not want to continue. Christopher Young waves it off, and the win with emphasis for Britton Hart. I started in all of this fun as a pro boxing referee. I recognize that look on Randine Eckholm when she got up, taking the count from Chris Young.
Yeah, that was just accumulation of shots right there. That final one of the body really hurt her, but it was just overall the accumulation of damage she took throughout the whole fight.
Absolutely. It was that shot to the body that ended up putting her down and causing her to not want any more action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, steps in and calls a stop to the fight at 1 minute 21 seconds into round number 4. For your winner by TKO, Britton